Hello. In this video, I am going to show you how to fetch data, and then we are going to use DOM manipulation and send our data to HTML so that we are going to have a dynamic web page. Let's start. HTML. So let's put our title firstly. Fetch API get request. And also I am going to use this resource in order to fetch our data, but there are more things here that you can use, like comments, albums, to-dos, users, photos. So I am going to use this one. So firstly, I am going to show you how to fetch data by using asynchron function. Const get data async and const res await. Oh, sorry. So we need to put fetch here, and we need to put our URL. We do not need anything more here for now because we are going to make a get request and const data, and we need to use await again. We use await because it is an asynchron function and we need to wait, and res.json. So our data is ready and we can see like this on console. So let's trigger this function firstly. I use a live server. So on console, my data needs to be ready, but it is not. Okay, because we need to put our script here. Script. And our source is index.js. Okay, so our data is ready. So this is how you can fetch data, but it is also preferred that you use try and catch blocks. So it's here. So it is basically if there is anything wrong here, then catch block works and it shows you the error. So console.log error. So for now we see our data because there is not any error. But for example, let's make this URL invalid like this. So this is an invalid URL. So now we see error. So as you can see, we can see it like this. But sometimes this block can work, but basically response can have some problems. So in order to give error for this situation, you can basically use if block, and res has a key which is awk. So if this awk is falsy, then we need to run this block. So if it is falsy, it needs to be like this, and we can throw a new error here. Throw new error, and we can send something like something was wrong. So for now, okay, there is already an error, but here now we do not have any error. I don't know how to give an example about this, but for now I am going to remove this one so that we can see how it works. And now, okay, this is static right now because of here, but if I use error here, error, so here we can see something was wrong. Or if we write it like this, error, so we are going to see error. So I can recommend you use this try and catch blocks and like this. Of course, it is going to be like that. And the second way is we can use then blocks. So we are going to use fetch again, and our URL is here. Then the rest is going to be like this, and we need to return our rest.json. So after that we can get our data. Then we are going to use then again, and it is going to be our data and console log data. So we need to see our data again. Yes. So in these two ways we are able to get our data. So now let's make some DOM manipulation and show our data on HTML and make this web page dynamic. So for this I am going to create a div element here, and it can have ID of items, so like this, and const add items to HTML. So it is going to be my function. Firstly, I am going to show you an example how we are going to proceed. So firstly, on DOM, I need to get DOM elements, and it is going to be this one, const. Let's call it container. Get elements. Sorry, we need to use document firstly. Get elements by ID, and the ID is items. And then we are going to append some items inside this container, and here we have data, and on this data I am just going to use this title and add this title as an list item. So in order to add this title as a list item, I need to create a UL element firstly. So let's create it. Document dot create element. I need to create a UL firstly so that I can append my list items inside this UL element. And then I need to create a li element as well. Document dot create element li, and then I need to add some text inside this li element. So li element dot inner HTML equals to hello world. So this is going to append some text inside this li element. So now I can append my items. So li element needs to be appended inside this ul element. So how I can make it? Ul element dot append child li element. So let's also save this. So here I am not going to see the item again because this div item is still empty because we did not append anything inside this container or div element. So let's do the same thing. Container dot append child, and this time I need to append ul element. So now I need to be able to see it when I run this function. Yes, now I ran the function and now it is shown on the web page. But this is still static because we added items like this and it is not good. So let's make it dynamic. Firstly, I don't need this function here. I need it here. So once I get the data, I need to send the data as an argument, and here I can name the argument as items. So I have UL element, Li element, but I need to show 100 items here, not like static element like this. So I have items dot for each, and I am going to have single items here for each element. So here I can put it here, and Li element here, and also here. So what I do here is, so I get my container here. I create UL element here, but I am going to have more list items. So I am going to have 100 list items, so that I create a list element for each items, and then I am going to append some text for list item, and then I am going to append that list item inside this UL element. So I also need to make this dynamic item dot, we are going to use title here. So it should work here. So let's see. Yes, so our data is here, and this is a dynamic page now. So let's make it look a little bit better maybe. So we can use this, and we can also use index, and let's use it like this, index. When I use only index here, it is going to start from 0, but I don't want it, so we can add +1, so that it is going to start from 1. So let's see again. Oops, let's save it first. And maybe we can also put it like this. Okay, this looks better, but of course it can look much better. This is just an example how you can use your data on HTML and make your web page dynamic. So I hope you liked my video, and I am going to share the codes on GitHub. So thank you for watching, and have a good day.